That's what I'm talking about, talking about, talking about. That's what I'm talking about, talking about, talking about.
Hi, you're watching Talking About It. I'm John Griffith.
And I'm Whoopi Goldberg, and you're watching The View. I'm
No.
kidding. My name is Tom Ragu.
And we have a very special guest.
We do. Another one.
Yes.
Another
guest.
one.
Another guest. So, Miss Nicky Sunshine
Yes,
is
welcome.
here.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank
Very,
you.
Very happy to have you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to be here.
Been trying to put this together for a while, and there were some miscommunications along the way, but I'm really happy that you're here now.
I'm here. It's been a lot of miscommunication. Lost emails and
All my fault. My spam box is...
I won't spank you today unless you want that.
Well, he is into that kind of thing, so you may have to do that.
And you know what he's into. This is getting
Yeah.
interesting.
It's all over the web.
Oh. Okay.
So you just did a couple of performances of your one-woman show, Confessions of a Massage Parlor Madam.
Yes.
And Mama Ragu, myself, and Laura Spaeth, who I do the radio show with,
Yes.
we came to see you.
Yes.
And also my friend Ruben.
Okay.
And it was such a moving, vulnerable, important piece, I have to tell you. I was just so proud and moved. And it was an emotional roller coaster. Because just when, I thought like, oh, I'm going to lose it, then bang, you hit him with laughter. So there's that comic relief that comes in. And it was just so fantastic. I'm so proud of you.
Thank
I
you.
just want to start off by telling you how proud I am of you.
Thank you.
Because we know each other for about 10 years.
Yeah, we've known each other for a long
A
time.
long time.
And you didn't know
And-
what
and
was really going on.
And I had my show at the Stonewall, and you had somewhat of a competing show down the street on
Yes.
Christopher Street at the Boots and Saddle.
Boots and Saddle. Is that still there?
No, they moved it. Now it's on 7th Avenue around the corner.
It still exists, different location.
Boots and Saddle
Okay.
still exists.
Same drug addicts in the
do not know.
bathrooms hanging out?
I do not know.
I don't know. But still the same middle-aged go-go people.
Oh.
See, I think that once you hit 25 or 30, you don't have the right to call yourself a go-go boy anymore. You're a go-go man.
You're a go-go man. Yes, you should.
And there were
claim
some
it.
go-go men at that place that had their AARP card in their back pocket. I'm just saying. They were pushing it.
More power to him?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
But you had hosted, co-hosted your show there.
Yes.
With Aaron
With
Sweeney.
Aaron Sweeney, yes.
Aaron Sweeney.
That was a long
I
time
can
ago.
still smell him from here.
Okay.
Yes.
Get up and fly,
yes,
girl.
Yes. It's okay. He hates me.
Oh.
So.
I thought I saw him last week in Harlem. And I wound down the window and I said, Aaron, and he kept walking.
Yeah, it's okay. But so that's how we first met.
Yes.
But so tell the viewers
Okay.
about the journey that led you to Confessions of a Massage Parlor Madam,
Okay.
your show.
Okay. Well, I moved from the Virginia, D.C. area back in probably about 2002, 2003 to move to New York to pursue performing in whatever medium, whether it be theater, acting. That's why I moved here. And I quit my job at AT&T and I said, I'm coming to New York. And then when I got to New York, I kind of fell flat on my face, so to speak, in that I always wanted to be in New York, but I guess I wasn't prepared emotionally. I was not strong to handle the no's, and just the opportunities weren't coming as fast as I wanted them to. And it was a little bit of adversity, and I have to say I'm a very sensitive person, and I had some days when I couldn't get out of the bed. And I was just sad and crying, and how am I going to do this, Lord, and help me? And so, I kept going, and got little jobs here and there, catering jobs. And I worked for a lobbyist. And then I said, I can't work full time and audition. How am I going to get these bills paid? And I ran across an ad in the back of the Village Voice. And if anybody is grown and sexy that's watching, you know what's in the back of the Village Voice.
That's the back page.
Yes, the back page.
Backpage.com.
That's right. That's right. And so I didn't really know. I mean, I saw the ads for she-males and whatever you want to do, but they said massage, and I thought that's something that I can do, and they're saying big money, so that's something that I like actually. So let me go investigate, and see what it's all about. I went to the interview, and it just wasn't professional. It was in like some rundown apartment. It was just weird. They're like, yeah, you can make $300 a day. And I'm like, well, I don't have any training. I need to learn how to massage feet and this and that. And I was so green, I just didn't see what it was. But then the following summer, I went back and I kind of dove into a new career, a new lifestyle, and a journey that took me on a crazy ride for a decade. So, Confessions of a Massage Parlor Madam are snippets of the highlights. Well, not all the highlights. I should put some more highlights in there. The highlights and the lows of my experience in that world.
And did you have any reservations about being so brutally honest? Because it is a brutally honest and vulnerable piece.
It is brutally honest and it is vulnerable. I just feel like I've always been a person that overshares, like I tell too much, but I just live on that street, tell too much street, and I feel like I'm so, I'm like having an outer body experience because it doesn't even, like I'm looking down on it and I don't even feel the shame that I probably should feel. I just feel like this story is just so different. I just want to share it and put it out there, and in telling it, maybe free other people to just claim, their lives, what I've done, and hopefully they can just claim what they've done and move forward. I mean, it doesn't define me, and it's when you think about it, it's racy, but it's not that racy.
No.
It's not like, hey guys, I worked, doing live sex shows in Amsterdam for 20 years. Here's the footage. It's nothing that sordid,
face, yeah.
I don't think. It's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And to be quite honest, I feel like people should keep it real. Dialogue more about what life is. Sex is a part of life. People wanting to ejaculate is a part of life. And it's no need to, we can't say that and don't do that. I mean, that's the way I grew up. I was raised Southern Baptist, and my grandmother told me for fecal matter, we would say doo-doo. I have to doo-doo. And my grandmother would be like, no, you don't say doo-doo, you say boo-boo. And I'm like, all right, that's just the way they are. Like, oh, you don't say lies. Don't you dare say lies. You say telling stories. So there's just this
That should be the name of your next show, Telling Stories. That's a great name.
Telling
like
stories.
And just do all these crazy stories. Telling stories.
Telling stories.
Nicky
I like
Sunshine's
that.
telling stories.
I'm telling stories. And let me tell you, I have a story for you tonight. You see these marks on my hands?
Yeah,
It looks like I've been wrestling with
cats,
parakeets
with
and
cats.
cats and stuff like that. Once I transitioned out of that life, I started working in the school system, because after you stroke the penis, you can handle anything, especially kids.
So why not just go right to the kids?
Just go right to the Department of
That's a natural
Education.
progression,
Yes, it actually is. Stage 1, 2, 3.
John. Right.
So I started working with special needs kids, and there was a woman who came in and she was looking for help with her son. Well, the first day I met her son, he smacked 13 people, and that should have been an indicator that back away, sashay away.
Right.
It didn't ring. It should have been sashay away. And I thought to myself, well, I need the money, and it's not, it'll be a good transition until I find another, gig or whatever. And I stepped into it. And when I say it has been a whirlwind of strange things and basically abuse. This boy has Down syndrome. I call him Hellboy, and I know I shouldn't say that because he's mentally ill, but that has been my experience. He abuses me every time I see him. He scratches me, he digs his hands into me, and then he looks at me with these little, like he knows what he's doing, and he's like, and like, I'm walking him on West End, on the Upper West Side, and he's like trying to headbutt me, kicking me, hitting me every time we go out for a walk. And this is what you see when I'm walking up Broadway. Paul, stop it. Paul, do not hit me. Do not hit me. And there are people walking by looking like, what's going on? One time this woman followed me. She had these bags. She's like, oh, and what, is he hitting you? And I was like, yeah, it's okay. I have it under control. I'm wondering, do his parents, they should go to Toys R Us and get him a punching bag or something. They wouldn't allow him at the center where I am. And I'm just like still wrestling with him, like, Paul, stop. She keeps talking to me, and I'm like, thank you. I'm walking like a block away. She's still following me. I belong to the schizophrenic center. And I'm like, what are the chances that I'm wrestling with a child that has special needs, and this woman, I mean, it's just, I attract the looniest shit. Are we allowed to curse on this? It has to be told. The stuff that I'm experiencing, in order for me to process it and be like, did this really happen? I have to tell some of this stuff.
It's Nicky Sunshine's telling stories, I'm telling you.
Nicky Sunshine.
Write all this stuff down.
Telling stories. It has to be written down. It's written, it's etched into my hands.
So what has been the reaction of the Confessions show from people who've seen it?
Oh my, it's been very favorable. People, and I did not expect to be embraced, to be lauded, really. And I'm like, I didn't do anything, except live this life and then
you're
tell
sharing
it.
a life experience that most people don't have.
Right.
And it's a different perspective, and fostering a degree of understanding, perhaps.
Maybe that's what it is.
Through
Yeah.
entertainment and laughter and tears and emotion, and you're reaching people.
Right. I really feel that.
Did you expect that you would be judged harshly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially by my family. That's still the biggest thing, because my family, they haven't seen the show. But I guess they'll find out in the book, child. Go get it at Barnes and Nobles, honey. Don't ask me no questions. If you want to know something, go to the table of contents. I don't know, but I still feel judgment, and I think that's a thread. That's a common thread through. That's what people can relate to, because it's such a big part of the human experience, that people judge each other. And, to try to push judgment on somebody, people really need to stop and really think about it. But I think it's something that we just do every day. And we do it to each other. I judge people, and it's just like, well, I don't want people to judge me, but I'm judging other people. So what does that say about me, and what does that say about humanity? Is it just that's how we process things? And in the caveman days, unga bunga. Oh, that's a big snake. That's a big black snake. Oh, that snake is angry. Is judging just the way we process our world? Who knows?
Probably.
I think so.
There's a lot of human nature in that. It could be something from your life experience, or it could just be, it's like somebody's clothing choice. It's like, sorry to use this as an example, it's like if I have a thing against blue vests, and I see you across from me on the subway, blue vest. It's a silly example, but still.
I process humanity through a pyramid. I often envision this pyramid. I don't know where it came from. I think maybe way back yonder in a book or something, I saw something. Sorry, my Southern came out way back yonder. But in this pyramid, you have people at the top and you have people at the bottom. You have a lot of people at the bottom and you have a few people at the top. That's the socio-economic scheme of our world. And people at the bottom judge the people at the top, and the people at the top judge the people at the bottom, and the people in the middle judge each other, and the people in the middle look to the people at the top to process how they should be. And it's very interesting. It's very interesting.
So it's almost like that marketing scheme, when people are selling vitamins.
Oh, when people say yes, yes, exactly.
Like so let's get greedy.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
Because this is the web show that and which turned into a television show that you do with Danielle.
Yes, we have a show on Manhattan Neighborhood Network. Hey, your sister station over at 59th and 11th. Shout out to the Fishbowl holding it down.
Hey, Friday night, Saturday morning, 2 a.m. We're there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we do a show about food.
Food.
It's as simple as that.
That's my favorite topic.
Oh.
I want to be a guest, and we go to where I'll go wherever you want, and just put me in the middle. Because I know that we're just gonna laugh the whole time.
We're just gonna
because
laugh.
when I get in between you two girls, I just laugh. You ladies were on my we're on the radio show.
Yes.
And it was 1,017 laughs. It was really.
It was fun, yeah.
So
we would love to go out and eat with you. With the show, the premise is we're funny food critics, and we used to go out to like street fairs, or we would go to like a lot of mom and pop restaurants. Then we started doing franchises, and we would kind of do a critique on a unique dish and put our special let's get greedy girl sauce on it. And it kind of evolved now into us doing food market reviews. Like we'll review Intamin's new Hostess cake, or we'll do really interesting recipes. Like Danielle, she's the diabolical mastermind behind all these creations. She'll do like a soul food pasta, and she did a soul food Alfredo or something, and it was basically your basic Alfredo with like collard greens in it and fried chicken in it and stewed tomatoes in it, and like we do fun stuff like that. So you're welcome to cook a dish, or we can go out and try something out in public.
We should do that. I make an excellent chicken cacciatore.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Well, I have to prepare you for Danielle's house because I don't think we're going to do that because she lives on the 5th floor of a 5-floor walk up.
Yeah.
And then when you get up there, let's just say her decorating choices, like she had hair clips holding back her curtains. And I was like, sweetheart, I can't be your friend, okay? Because you're making me feel bad about me, that I'm associating with somebody that has hair clips, so I can't do it. So maybe we'll just meet you at Olive Garden or something.
Yeah, let's do. Oh my God, the Olive Garden. Let's critique the Olive Garden.
We did one critique.
All you can eat salad and unlimited bread.
Wait. Stop it.
Unlimited bread.
I have a funny story about Olive Garden. My grandmother, she is in a nursing home now, and before, we would take her out a lot more, and then she'd be like, I want to go to soup and salad. Take me to soup and salad. And I was like, what the hell is soup and salad? Is that a restaurant or something? She thought that that's what Olive Garden was called, soup and salad. So, I guess.
Well, the one in Times Square, there's one on right off of the N train.
By the Carolines.
It's
huge.
A tremendous place. And all of the tourists think that this is like a big fancy restaurant.
No way.
Yeah, I mean, it's mobbed. I even think they take reservations. It is mobbed. It's a mob scene out there.
I'm tired of mob scene. Do you like to go to Times Square and to be really in the thick of movement?
The older I get, the less I enjoy crowds. I mean, I like Times Square at night just to kind of go and walk through real quickly. But to hang out there and be elbow to elbow with people, tell you how people can do New Year's Eve there, I have no idea because I think I would jump out of my skin.
Yeah. I have kind of a split personality because I love people. I love to see people, and I like to be out amongst festivals and to see everybody. But then maybe it's the older I get, I just want people to get the hell away from me. Like the train people and all these other people get the hell away.
It's like I love a good street fair. It's like,
right.
It's like, just take me to the Big Sausage and I'm good. It's kind of like my social life, but just take me to the big
Take me to the Big Sausage in the Sky.
That's the name of his one-man show. Take me to the Big Sausage with Jonathan Griffith. That's his weekend show that he does from Florida.
Oh, his weekend. It's a weekly telecast.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's the name of his podcast on iTunes right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Bring the sauce.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
And so, any future plans for Confessions?
Yes. Actually, I have some good plans in the works. I'm supposed to be taking the show to Rikers.
Very good.
Rikers Island, to jail. Go straight to jail. Go directly jail. Don't pass go. Go to jail first before you do anything else. So
Right.
I'm going to take this show to some women's group, like some, women, and hopefully they'll be able to relate to it. Hopefully they can give me some feedback and say, you need to keep it, you need to keep it real. I have a feeling that the show is going to evolve. Even when I was on Tom and Laura, the radio show, the more I talk about it, the more ideas I get, and I think I can tweak it here and I can do this there. So I'm hoping the more I do it, the better it'll be. So I'm going to do it at that particular jail, and then I'm probably going to perform it at Manhattan Neighborhood Network. I want to do it in the studio with better lighting, because my camera guy, God bless him, 20 years ago, he did some hardcore PCP, and it fucked up his eye. If you look at him, he's like cross-eyed, but he's a videographer, if you can believe it or not. And I paid him to come to the show, and I called him the next day, and I'm saying, hey, Freddie. Oh, no, before he was leaving. Nicky, something happened, but that's okay. I got you the next time. Something gets
Are you
myself.
sure there wasn't Ames Beckerman? That's exactly how Ames talks. Yeah, Ames now talks like, a guy from Staten Island now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yo. We went out for the ice cream yesterday. We said this in the last segment. And Ames was like, yo, mister. And I'm like, okay, definitely.
Ames has been
Definitely a guy.
Ames has been practicing that for some years now. So I'm sure Ames has got that down. But anyway, to make a long story short, he did not tape my damn show.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, something happened, the Zoom broke. I'm like, sure it did. So I'm going to do it again at Manhattan Neighborhood Network, and probably May.
Well, that's fantastic. Now, one thing that I wanted to ask you, because I know that at the end of our show, and I assume that you do this after every show, you do a little question and answer, and you get feedback. And as an artist, do you take that feedback and maybe change your art? Because I've always wondered what other artists do. Because I know that directors of movies and things like this, they do focus groups. And then, Susan from around the corner and Joe from down the street, they give their opinions. And as an artist, I don't know if I necessarily would want to hear what, the lady down the street thinks about my art that I created. But I was wondering how you feel about hearing from everyday people who may not necessarily be in the industry.
Right.
And don't have your experience.
Right.
And then you get this feedback from them.
Yeah, that's a great question.
That's a great
I just
question.
turned
You
into
should
a
run for
Haitian.
rabbits.
Yes, that's a really great question. I was just talking to someone about that today, about feedback. I don't give unsolicited feedback unless it's positive feedback. Even if I think the show or your act or your set was lacking, I keep it to myself and I'll just say good job or whatever. If you ask me, then I will craft something that won't tear you down too bad. But for me in the show, I welcome feedback, question, answer, comment, whatever. And the times I performed it, nobody has really given me, out of the audience, really said, well, why did you do this? Or you should have changed that? Or do you think maybe you should do this or that? From the audience. Now, from people that I've spoken to, like say, for example, Laura. Laura and I had a conversation, probably maybe a 20 or 30-minute conversation. She's a performer. I thought that the feedback that she gave me was very good. And from my peers that are performers, and that I respect, I certainly listen. I want to have an open mind, and I wrote a lot of things that she said down, and I was like, "Thank you, for keeping it honest with me, and I will re-examine that and try to make it better." But there was someone that gave me some feedback and said, well, no, when you do it again, make it a play, and we can add all the different characters in it. And I'm like, boom, 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 boom. No, boo, boo.
Cart before the horse.
Right. Let's don't make me read. Don't make me read, bitch. Don't make me do it. It's a one-woman show. I'm the woman. You're not inviting yourself into my womanness.
Exactly.
So that, I didn't say it like that, but I was just like, no, I think I'm just going to keep it like a solo show. I don't want to make it a play. But
sometimes a performance can push somebody out of their mental comfort zone, and that can be a good thing. But
Yes.
they don't realize it at the time. So if you talk to somebody immediately after, and material that's been presented to them has made them just a little bit uncomfortable, that's still a fresh feeling, but given some time and perspective, they can process it more and say, that made me think.
right.
And
I'm glad that you said that. And I try to be open. I try to be real open.
That's true. I've seen the show.
I try to be very open-minded. So one of my goals is, to listen. To listen to what people have to say. Maybe I can learn something or gain.
And so, as for, apart from the one-woman show and the show that you have with Danielle, any other
Yes.
any other things?
we
Yes.
have about a minute left.
I
So
I have a reality show coming out with my boyfriend, comedian Jamie Roberts, in June. It will be on the FYI network, and it's called Questions of Love, and it's a reality project. And that's really interesting.
Well, great.
okay. Well, when that rolls around, you got to come back and
Yes.
have another chat. And
Yes,
we can
I
show
would
a
like
couple of
that.
clips, and I would love to have you back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And thank you so
Thanks
much.
for being here. And
Thank you
Thank
for sitting with me. Is there a website where people can find you real quick?
www.NickySunshine.com.
Okay, well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and sit with us.
But my busy schedule of getting abused.
Well, I'm John Griffith,
I'm Tom Ragu.
and this is Talking About, www.talkingabout.info. Whole bunch of shows on the web. Find us on YouTube, find us everywhere. Just Google us, Google me, Google Tom, Google Nicky. We love to get Googled.
Google me, baby.
Thank you. We'll see you next time.
That's what I'm talking about, talking about, talking about.
Hey, look, it's those guys.
Let's hit those pearly whites, man. Ooh, cute.
Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Sir, go ahead and step out of the vehicle for me.
Yes, sir. See ya, buddy. Today, Sean's got a hearing. We'll see how it goes. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.